What's up, everybody? My name's Austin. I like movies, TV, probably like a lot of y'all. But I figured I would just start putting out reviews and stuff for things that I'm watching, trying to stay productive, consistent. I already have a short film channel that I haven't uploaded in years, and I have a gaming channel that's like, I don't know, I don't upload consistently on anything, so hopefully this is a good start. First, I want to do Mobland because that's the most recent thing I watched, and it's pretty crazy. I'm gonna do the first 3 episodes in one with spoilers because you have to talk about what's going on in this show because it's kind of crazy. It's a Guy Ritchie show, Guy Ritchie. It's got Tom Hardy, Pierce Brosnan, Helen Mirren. Those are like the top three. The guy who plays Richie, and as Richie, the rival gang leader, Richie is played by Jeff Bell, who I only knew from Kingsman: The Secret Service. He was playing Eggsy's abusive stepdad. So yeah, so those are the main people, main players. Eddie, who is young, he's like 1920. He's the grandson of Pierce Brosnan, his character Conrad. And Pierce Brosnan leads the Harrigans. The Harrigans is their family name. So he runs their business. And on the other side, I forget the last name, but it's the guy named Richie runs it. His son Tommy, he has a son named Tommy. Him and Eddie go out. They're going out. They're obviously like, "Yo, this is like crazy." Like if our parents knew, they'd flip out. And eventually, Eddie starts some stuff and gets into a fight. He stabs the dude. They all split up, and then later, Tommy goes missing. So Richie is like to the Harrigans. He's like, "Yo, like you have 24 hours to bring my son back, or there's gonna be war." So the first 2 episodes are basically just setting that up. There was Archie, but Helen Mirren's character Maeve convinces Conrad that Archie, someone in their family, is like a grass is what they call it, which is, I'm guessing, just means a snitch. And so she convinces him in front of their entire family that he's a snitch. So Conrad, here's Brosnan, pulls out a gun, shoots him right in the heart in front of everybody. And honestly, I feel like Helen Mirren's character, she's on something. She's pulling a lot of strings. She'll tell Pierce Brosnan's character to do something, and he'll just sit there silently like a mute baby. Won't even say anything back. He'll just do everything she says, and she's hiding something, that's for sure. We're on episode 3 out of 10, so there's gonna be a while until they reveal anything. To round out episode 2, Tom Hardy's character Harry, who's mainly doing the main lifting. I'm guessing he's like the fixer for the family. Anything goes wrong, you call Tom Hardy. Harry, you call his character, and he gets it sorted out. So the first 2 episodes, he's kind of doing this, talking to people, trying to figure out where Tommy is. And by the end of the second episode, you find out that Tommy never left the club. He is in a back room. I forget if it was a bartender, somebody who was working at the club, but he assaults this dude, and he's like, "Yo, where's Tommy?" And he brings him to the back. There's a box. He opens the box. Tommy's in there, chopped up and wrapped up in plastic. And it's just only episode 2, man. That's crazy. His son's dead, so you already know it's guaranteed gang war. So Tom Hardy takes Hal John is the name of the person who killed Tommy. Tom Hardy's character takes him hostage. That's the end of the second episode. Episode 3 starts with Kevin, who was Harry's brother and another one of Pierce Brosnan's children. His house gets bombed. He's just completely decimated. Luckily, his family wasn't there, so everyone was fine. And then when Tom Hardy and Harry got the news, he got his family out. He brought them to a reporter. I forgot the reporter's name, but the reporter, he said, owes him 30K in like gambling debts or something. He brings him there. He's apparently like a renowned reporter, so he's like, I guess Tom Hardy trusts him. But his wife and his daughter go to stay with him for a few days while Tom Hardy, does his job and tries to figure out how to solve this. But really, there's no solving it at this point, considering Tommy's dead. And yeah, it's just guaranteed war. All right, and then so the scene after that, like a couple scenes after that, Tom Hardy, Harry, it's Kevin and Eddie. So Eddie is Kevin's son. Pierce Brosnan's his granddad, of course. So Kevin and Eddie meet Tom Hardy at the docks, and in a shipping container is where they have Hal John tied to a chair. He's all beat up. He's messed up. And Tom Hardy goes, tell them what you told me. And what he basically says is Eddie paid him 10 grand to basically do in Tommy, kill him. I don't know if he said to chop him up, but he chopped him up. And I don't know, we weren't sure if he was lying or not, but I mean, that seems kind of unlikely. That seems like what happened. So Kevin, his dad, gets super mad, of course, calling him a cunt like 35,000 times. He's like yelling at me like, oh, you started a war, you're gonna get us all killed, you're an idiot, blah 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 blah. And of course he's a rich kid, so he's like smug about it, like I feel like something bad's gonna happen to him. He's gonna get fucked in some way to like open his eyes and like, oh my god, like, okay. And then later in the episode, Tom Hardy takes Hal John. Well, first he calls Richie, like, Richie, I found Tommy, it's not good news. Richie breaks down and then he gets himself together and he's like, all right, business time. Not business time, like, time to mess some people up. And then eventually he invites Richie over to meet them, and he has Hal John tied up again. And they, behind the scenes, Tom Hardy was just gonna kill Hal John. We'll kill his family first. That's the thing about the show. Tom Hardy, like, he is so menacing in the show. Like, he can be like, hey, all right, darling, thank you, miss, very nice of you, very kind. He can be very generous, and then he can also be like, I'll kill your fucking family. I'll kill your dog. I'll kill your cat. I'll kill your grandma. I'll throw them all in a volcano, and I'll watch them burn. Like, he's got just so many. He's got a lot of stuff going on. Like his daughter, he'll be like, "Thank you, sweetheart. I love you, sweetheart. You better be safe." And then again, trying to kill someone else's daughter. So it's just like, and they do it too because they're not good people. You kind of you like Tom Hardy, you like Pierce Brosnan, you like Helen Mirren, but you get that cognitive dissonance when the characters are actually like terrible people. But when you just blast their own family, it's like Maeve is not even, obviously she's married to Pierce Brosnan, so she married into the family. She's not even like blood or anything. So, but she's definitely heist. I mean, she's pulling a lot of strings. She's in Pierce Brosnan's ear. He doesn't say anything back. He just goes with it. She's got his balls in a vice. All right, and to round out episode 3, the police get a tip off about Archie's body. So Archie's body, after they killed him in episode 1 or 2, they took him to a corner, and they just threw him in another person's coffin. Just classic, whatever. Bury it where someone's already getting buried. He does that. End of episode 3, the police are tipped off by somebody within. I think it was Maeve. I think she's putting dirt out and then turning it on other people in the family, because Pierce Brosnan's so in on it. Anything she says, he'll do it. So she's like, this person's doing this, you need to kill them, he'll probably do it. Yeah, those are the first 3 episodes. Like, a lot of crazy stuff has happened. And yeah, there's still 7 episodes in the season, so that's gonna be it. I'll definitely drop another review next week, next Sunday or Monday, depending on when I get around to watching it. But yeah, so I'm putting this out. I'm gonna record Preacher season 3 and The Last of Us season 2 episode 1. I just watched all those recently, and then from there I'll just do whatever I'm watching. I got Apple TV finally. I'm gonna watch a ton of Apple shows. Apple has some really good content. Thanks for watching. Hit the like button, subscribe, the bell, all the stuff, and yeah, peace out.